Welcome back to Record Rift, the channel where we dive deep into history's most pivotal moments. Today, we're exploring one of the darkest chapters in the history of the Islamic world, the Mongol siege of Baghdad. This event marked the end of a golden age and reshaped the course of civilization forever. So, sit back and let's unravel the dramatic story of Baghdad's fall. In the early 13th century, a nomadic group from the steppes of Central Asia, led by a man known as Genghis Khan, was on the rise. The Mongols, originally known for their herding lifestyle, would soon become one of the most fearsome and influential military forces the world has ever known. Under Genghis Khan's leadership, the Mongols united disparate tribes and formed a military juggernaut. Their expansion was rapid, sweeping across Asia, leaving destruction in their wake. But while Genghis Khan would never live to see Baghdad's fall, the legacy of Mongol conquests would lead to one of the most catastrophic sieges in history. Now, let's take a step back. In the 8th century, Baghdad became the heart of the Abbasid Caliphate, a thriving center of culture, science, and commerce. It was the intellectual capital of the world, home to scholars, poets, and thinkers who laid the groundwork for the Renaissance centuries later. The House of Wisdom, a famous library and learning center in Baghdad, housed priceless manuscripts, advanced scientific discoveries, and innovations in mathematics, astronomy, and medicine. Under the Abbasid Caliphs, Baghdad flourished, becoming the largest city in the world at the time. But even the greatest empires eventually faced decline. By the 13th century, the Abbasid Caliphate had begun to weaken. A series of internal divisions, poor leadership, and external threats made Baghdad vulnerable. The once glorious city was now a shadow of its former self. And that's when the Mongols arrived. In 1258, Hulagu Khan, the grandson of Genghis Khan, led a Mongol army into the heart of the Islamic world, marching straight for Baghdad. The Mongols were known for their brutality, but they were also masters of siege warfare. Hulagu's forces laid siege to the city for several weeks. The residents of Baghdad, despite being surrounded by walls and towers, were no match for the Mongol onslaught. They had no idea just how catastrophic this siege would become. On February 10, 1258, after weeks of relentless siege tactics, the Mongols finally breached Baghdad's defenses. What followed was absolute devastation. The city's caliph, Al-Mustasim, was captured, and the Mongols executed him in one of the most grisly ways imaginable, wrapped in a carpet and trampled by horses. Baghdad was looted, its people slaughtered in the tens of thousands. The once proud House of Wisdom was destroyed, and the vast knowledge accumulated over centuries was lost in a matter of days. The city's libraries, scientific works, and cultural treasures went up in flames. Historians believe the death toll from the Mongol invasion of Baghdad could have been over 1 million people, the bloodiest and most tragic chapter in the city's long history. The destruction of Baghdad shattered the heart of the Islamic Golden Age. The once vibrant city would never regain its former glory. The loss of its libraries and scholars set back the scientific and cultural progress of the Islamic world for centuries. But it wasn't just the fall of a city, it was the end of an era. The Mongol invasion brought about the decline of the Abbasid Caliphate, and with it, the end of one of the most prosperous periods in human history. Despite the horrors of the Mongol siege of Baghdad, the city has risen from the ashes time and time again. Today, Baghdad remains a city of deep cultural significance, but its fall in 1258 stands as a somber reminder of how fragile human civilization can be. So, what do you think? How different would history have been if the Mongol siege of Baghdad had never occurred? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching this episode of Record Rift. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on more amazing historical content. Until next time, stay curious.